All right, so if y'all noticed, I have been on one lately, and I can't even say I've been on one. The Lord has been on one with me making these videos about doing the work. And I'm really seeing this is where the Lord has me at. You know, I've been through processing and I'm still going through processing where the Lord is really working on me. And he's been taking me through healing and restoration. He's been showing me what's what. That's why you got to invite God in. That's why you notice, like, after every single video or in every single video, I'm like, invite the Lord in, invite the Lord in. Because we have such a limited understanding of what's going on with us. We just don't realize what all is influencing us today. We don't realize all of what has happened yesterday that impacts us today. Some things we're not even aware of. Some things we've just simply blown off. Some things we try to ignore or excuse. So it takes a second party to be invited in to be able to help us face what we will not, to reveal things that maybe we cannot see. And we want to invite the Lord in because the Lord can do this with exactitude. Oh, the Lord can get surgical with this thing. And efficient, right? To do it in such a way in which we don't waste time. We get in there and I need to reveal to you what's at the root of these situations. So because he's done it with me, he's just letting me know, I want you to share it with them. Because in this season, I'm ready to use a lot of my children. It's time. I want to activate them. I want to launch them. I want to stir up their spiritual giftings. I want to put them into service. It's time. But before he does that, he wants, when he places you in to service, he wants to make sure you can stay there. You can maintain that. That it doesn't break you, that it doesn't hurt you. But in order to do that, he needs you healed. He needs you whole. He needs you to go in and be the influence and not what you're going into influence you. He wants you to go lay hold of what's there and not what's there to lay hold of you. You see, what God is getting ready to bring you into, he needs to know that you can handle it. Because, see, we look at it from one aspect. Oh, I'm serving God. I'm ministering for God. I'm being a servant of God. I'm going to help other people. I'm going to bring souls into the kingdom. I'm going to use my gifts to stir up the gifts. You got to understand what you're doing. That is an act of war. You're going out to grab souls. Who are you going out to grab souls from? You're going out to grab those souls from Satan, from the world, from the kingdom of darkness. Do you think he's going to let that happen with ease? It's an act of war. I'm coming into your kingdom to take. what you have a hold on, what you have a grip on, what you have legal right to. And I want to shift that individual to take back their authority in Jesus Christ and take back your right to them. How do you think he's going to feel about that? So there's so many things that's going to come against you. How is he going to attack you then? Because you don't said, I'm coming, really, into your camp and kick up dust. We going to war. What are your weapons in this war? They not carnal. How you gonna fight in that war? Your shield of faith, your helmet of salvation, your sword, which is the word, your belt of truth, your breastplate of righteousness, your shoes of peace. Baby, you're gonna put on your armor and you're gonna go in there and you're gonna go to war. He needs you ready for that. How is Satan gonna fight back? In your thoughts, to try to get you to kill, steal, and destroy and devour by your very own hand. Spirit of doubt, confusion, spirit of suicide, death. He gonna use other people to come against you, to attack you. Satan ain't gonna show up with horns. And then Satan entered him, Judas. So who will he use? So God needs you healed. He needs to make you strong. He needs to be able to get you to work on you. So as he sends you out, you have a firm and solid foundation with walls built up that the enemy can't easily penetrate. See, we don't realize how important this healing is. But in this season, you really need to do this, especially if you want to work for the Lord, especially if you're a child of God. It's so important. See, you may think vision boards and journals and stuff like that. You like, but you got to understand what you're doing. See, your mind is simply on record. When you get into these patterns, behavior where you're like, woe is me, you're in this dark place, or you're just getting by day, you're just settling. That's what path your mind gets on. And your mind is just like, okay, this is just what we do. This is just how we are. This is what the universe brings to you because you've decided that this is what you want. So this is what it continually brings you. See, we need to put out another request. We need to tell our mind, no, we're doing something different. We're striving. We're going for the best. We're going for healing. We're going to wholeness. We're not tolerating self-talk. We're coming up against that. We want positivity. We want light. We want beauty. We want abundance. We want joy. We want wealth. We want happiness. And we're willing to work towards that. And every single day we're doing the work. You see how the mind is got to be like, oh, okay, we on something different. Let me help you pursue this because you're telling your mind what it is that you want. Your brain is actually like, okay, let me shift over. The universe is like, okay, let me do what I need to do to support that. God is using everything to say, okay, now this is the desire of this person's heart. Let me grant it. I'm telling you, what is it that you are telling yourself? The universe, the Lord. Are you saying that you want to be well? Don't you know? Every aspect of existence will support you in that. So in this season, there are so many reasons to do the work. But it's all for you. Get to it.